Hello, it's almost 11 a.m. here in Seoul. I'm Oh Seong at the Arirang News Center. We're breaking into our regular programming to bring you a live briefing from the South Korean health authorities on the coronavirus outbreak here in the nation. In just a few moments, we'll cut into the briefing at the Sejong Government Complex with simultaneous interpretation available for you in English. Director of Health Policy Yoon Tae-ho will be taking to the podium and brief us on the coronavirus situation here in South Korea, filling us in on the number of new infection cases seen as of midnight and what kind of efforts the government is making to contain the virus, especially with the recent spurt of cluster infection cases in the Seoul metropolitan area. We've been seeing a rising number of cases in coffee shops, church venues and other public venues and facilities in Seoul, as well as the surrounding Gyeonggi-do province. It's been a huge concern across the country as the numbers keep on rising, but the government is of course doing their best and implementing social distancing measures to keep those numbers in check. Now, Yoon Tae-ho, Director General Yoon Tae-ho has taken to the podium, and it looks like the briefing is just about to begin.
First of all, here is Mr. Yoon Tae-ho with the explanation. Let us now begin our regular briefing for August 25th, Tuesday. As of today midnight, we have a total of 264 new local infections. The number is still in its 200s. And centering around the metropolitan area, we are continuously witnessing a surge in the number of confirmed cases, and 212 are clustered in the metropolitan area today. And we are very much concerned of this outbreak continuing on. Despite the fact that we have a slight decrease in the number of patients during the weekend, we are also having our eyes on the situation so that we can determine whether we are yielding results from our social distancing level 2. And we are trying our best to exert our full efforts to contain the virus going forward. And in order to regain our capacity to contain the virus, it is very important to reduce the number of the confirmed cases on a daily basis, and this can be only achieved through social distancing. During this week, it will be a very critical moment for us to determine whether we can contain the virus and flatten the curve going forward. So we ask the members of the public to participate in our quarantine measures. Starting from Sunday, all of the nation, not only the metropolitan area, have been subject to level 2 social distancing measures. And the local governments are also exerting their full efforts to monitor whether this is being complied well at each of the districts. And the Seoul City will be intensifying its and providing enhanced supply for quarantine. And especially at subways, they will also monitor whether people are wearing masks. And as for buses, they will also intensify their quarantine measures. And for taxis, they will also continuously to implement stricter measures to comply with the mandatory face mask wearing. And we will also halt use of shared use of belongings, and especially we will also have an establishment of a scheme to carry out more disinfection for these delivery workers going forward. And in the city of Incheon, at the ports, they also have intensified quarantine measures, and these measures include the wearing of wrist bands that have been confirmed with the quarantine measures, and also they need to keep at least 1 meter of distance without other people, and also people need to sit in a zigzag formation so that they could limit the physical contact with others. And together with this, out of the 17 provinces and cities nationwide, 13 of them have mandated the need to wear face masks, and we have learned that wearing a face mask is the most effective measure to contain the virus spread, and thus we ask for your continued cooperation. And all of the visitors and attendees to the Sarangje Church Church as well as the Liberation Day rally are also being under close monitoring by the authorities. And we are also analyzing the data so that we can sort out all of the attendees who have attended these two venues. And today, the headquarters, together with the quarantine officials, will also cooperate in detailing the quarantine measures for each of the provinces and cities. And next, we will be also intensifying our quarantine measures for rented buses. And as for the Liberation Day rally, we failed to secure immediately the list of all of the attendees at these who were departing from the provinces using these rented buses. And as these buses are rented out by unspecified individuals, we will also have a QR code electronic system for these buses as well. And they include Busan, Gyeongnam, Jeonbuk, and Incheon. These local authorities have also mandated an administrative order to mandate the list of all of the users of these buses. And we will also recommend these policies to other provinces as well. And we will also discourage the behaviors that could increase the risks of a droplet infection, like singing or dancing inside these buses. We will intensify our quarantine and inspection, and we will also exert our full efforts to secure enough hospital beds. Starting from last Friday, we have established a joint monitoring system for the hospital beds in the metropolitan area, and this has been established at the National Health Public Center. And we will also have a higher criteria to classify the patients depending on their severity of the symptoms. And we are thus sending the people and patients to ICUs and other health facilities nationwide. And yesterday we also had an on-site inspection of the hospital beds in order to monitor the situation of the hospital bed utilization rates. And until this week, we will secure additionally 26 hospital beds for critically ill patients, especially in the metropolitan area. The life treatment centers, there are 7 of them running in the country, and about 1,600 rooms are available, and about 600 rooms are available right now. And including a total of 4 additional beds, facilities that will open during the near future, we will also increase the capacity to about 4,000 going forward. And aside from the metropolitan area, we will also proactively and preemptively prepare for a possible rise in the number of patients in the regional places as well, including Chungnam and Daejeon as well. And they also established a joint operation team to proactively cooperate with a sharing of these life treatment centers. And next, we have some words about the walkout of medical doctors. We believe that many people are expressing great concerns over the walkout of many medical practitioners. And we believe that these have put at risk the health and lives of the public. And we believe, the government certainly believes, that we will be engaging in a dialogue with the medical circles with an open heart and candid minds, and we will make sure that we can alleviate the concerns of the public, and we will engage in candid talks with the medical circles in order to reach a compromise together with the medical circles. We have emphasized multiple times, but the government also emphasizes and shares the same view with the medical circles as for many issues that they have raised, and we will make sure that we will work together to alleviate and to resolve such issues. And we ask the medical circles to halt such collective actions and also return immediately to their places of duty in order to effectively protect the lives and health of the members of the public. This week, once again, will be a very critical moment to to curb the virus going forward, and we shall stand with concerted efforts and concerted hearts to participate in the practice the social distancing measures. And if we exert our full efforts, we will be able to return to our routine daily lives. And during this week, we also have a forecast of a powerful Typhoon Bavi that will hit South Korea. And if it's not essential, we ask you to refrain from making outings and also gatherings outside. And we also ask you to wear your face mask if you are stepping out your doors. And we also ask you to proactively participate in our quarantine measures going forward. And we want to thank you for your efforts so far. And the government will make sure that we will spare no efforts and resources to protect the lives and health of the citizens. Thank you very much.
지금부터 질의응답 시간을 가지겠습니다. 배석자분들은 단상 위로 올라와 주시기 바랍니다.
That was the Ministry of Health Director General of Policy Yoon Tae-ho telling us about the latest number of infection cases here in South Korea. He just told us that there are 280 additional cases of COVID-19 as of Tuesday midnight, bringing the accumulated total to 17,945. Well, that wraps up our coverage of this morning's briefing. We'll be back with our regular newscast at noon Korea time. Bye for now.